Yo guys, just wanted to say thank you so much for watching the video, and don't forget, let them cook. Why don't you just go ahead and admit to something right now?
This conscience has no guilt on it right now.
Why don't you just go ahead and admit to something right now?
I have 2 cats.
We're all admitting things. Do you have anything you'd like to admit?
That I feel like am not good enough in life.
Why don't you just go ahead and admit to something right now, real quick?
I'm fucking some guy's wife right now.
You just go ahead and admit to something right now.
I only got 6 months to live, bro. I got throat cancer. My doctor said it's probably because I eat way too much pussy.
Why don't you go ahead and admit to something real quick?
Sometimes I eat my own cum.
I like fanboy juice.
Why don't you just go ahead and admit to something right now?
I haven't gone to a lecture in like a month.
Admit something real quick.
I came out at like 9 and my sister goes, oh, okay. Then my stepbrother went, oh, you're gay? And I'm like, not Philly. And he was like, oh, gay.
Just since we're admitting things, just admit something real quick for me.
I really want to peg someone.
Why don't you go ahead and admit to something right now?
Mind you, I am 20 now. We found out that my father had stage 4 thyroid cancer, specifically anaplastic, which has a 100% mortality rate. He went to get it removed surgically. They took it out, and his thyroid in his neck was as big as a human heart. We thought he was fine for a while, and then like a year or 2 later, we found out it had metastasized to his lungs, and more recently to the bone in his sternum. Knowing my dad was gonna die from cancer since I was 8.
Why don't you go ahead and admit to something?
5 hours later. 2 hours later.
I was really into Five Nights at Freddy's when I was younger. That's about all I got.
Why don't you go ahead and admit to something?
I used to kill ants. I used to put them on the barbecue and fry them up when I was a little kid.
Why don't you go ahead and admit to something?
My cat died only last week.
Just since we're admitting things, why don't you just go ahead and...
Recorded? Then I don't want to admit to something.
Alright, then I'll turn the recording off.
I don't believe you.
This is a trust relationship here.
I don't even know you. Why would I trust a complete stranger on the internet? That's the dumbest shit. You're associated with that little fucking ferret piece of shit who fucking clipped me, cussing him out for 10 minutes? Did you see? Then you must know. Then you must know who I am already. If you are... Shit. What should I admit to? Okay, well... I've been watching porn since I was like 6 years old. I kind of had a fucked up upbringing because my idea of love and worth was completely warped. No way you're actually gonna ignore my wrist. How about you cut yourself on live so that I can actually put money towards something worthwhile? Oh, this is your friend.
Keep Mr. Denzel's talk out your mouth.
You clipped that, didn't you? Oh fuck, I forgot I'm being recorded at every fucking possible moment. Please, please, edit that out. Oh, I don't want to hear myself being weird. I don't want to hear myself being weird. I don't want to hear myself being weird.
I'm pretty sure we're about to break out into a song and dance about Bob isn't Bunny. I think this is about to happen, Bunny. You are being weird, Bunny. You are being weird, Bunny. You are being weird. Being weird, being weird, being weird, being weird, being weird, being weird, Bunny. You hate Bob's Bunny. You hate Bob's Bunny. You hate Bob's Bunny. You are being weird, Bunny. You are being weird. I know you low-key are his biggest fan. Biggest fan, biggest fan, Bunny. You are low-key Bob's biggest fan. I love Bobby's, I love Bobby's, I love Bobby's. I'll never admit it, but my name's Bunny, and I'm definitely Bobby's biggest fan. I'll never admit it, but my name's Bunny, and I'm definitely Bobby's biggest fan. Now that you have seen this cock, can you rate 1 out of 10? Just since we are admitting things, keep my cock out your mouth. Now that you've seen this cock, can you rate 1 out of 10? Just since we are admitting things, keep my cock out your mouth.
Why don't you just go ahead and admit something to me right now?
That Hitler was good guy. The people who's watching this, please subscribe and hit that bell. And give it a like. Okay, have a good day and try not to be racist.
Why don't you just go ahead and admit to something right now?
I admit I'm gay.
Just tell me a fucking horrible emotional story that happened to your life.
I had been actively pursuing a girl for like 3 years. The entire time we were pretty much dating, doing everything but dating. Every 6 months I'd be like, what's good? I'd be like, what's good? And it'd be like, we're not ready yet. That was 3 years.
Why don't you go ahead and admit to something?
Or,
You have to cut me off. I can never know we were nothing. I don't even need your love, but you treat me like a stranger, and I feel so loved.
Go ahead and just admit to something right now.
This isn't a long emotional story. I admit that I don't think it's possible for me to be loved because I've only had one girlfriend and we saw each other daily, like in real life, we saw each other daily from August to February, and we were super tight. We were like the same person, just different gender. We were so connected, and I thought that she was the one, and she said the same to me. And then I had to move 4 hours away in February, not of my choice, and that affected the relationship obviously, but I was still doing everything I could to make it work. I would still visit her every 2 weekends, traveling for almost over 5.5 hours just to see her. And then she breaks up with me at the end of June after my birthday when I found a ring I was about to propose to her with. And it's all convoluted, and then this dude sends me pictures of my ex kissing his neck, and I lose my shit, and I hear this explanation, so I get back with her because I was ready to forgive and forget because I was so in love with her. I was about to propose. I was like, you know what, fine. And then she cheats on me after her aunt dies. She's like, oh, I'm not able to be in the relationship again, I'm not emotionally there. And I was like, I understand. So for 3 weeks I send morning and night messages being like, I'm here for you, I care about you, I love you. And she only answered, she sent 4 messages in 2.5 of those 3 weeks. And then all of a sudden she talks to me loads, and then she blocks me, and then she's reposting stuff on TikTok being like, oh, I have a great boyfriend. So I text her like, are you seeing someone new? If you are, just tell me, I'll leave you alone. And then she didn't answer me. And then the next day on National Boyfriend Day, someone sends me a picture of her story of her with another dude, saying like, oh, happy boyfriend day, my love. And my admittance is, I don't think it's possible for me to be loved because I did everything in my power and I thought she was the one, and it didn't work.
Yo guys, just wanted to say thank you so much for watching the video, and don't forget, let them cook.